Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a special treat for you today. We're going to be taking a road trip in our 2016 Model X. That's right, this is a older model, but I want to see how well it's going to do on the road trip. We need a little extra space because we have two kids, my wife and me, and our new dog, a golden doodle. And he's getting pretty big. He's already about 45, almost 50 pounds, so getting pretty big. He's a mid-size, but creeping up on the large size. So pretty exciting here. Anyways, I don't think I've ever done a video on the Model X here. We got this back in 2016, and it's been a champ. Only thing really had to replace were the tires. You guys may have seen, we had a video couple months back where accidentally my wife pulled out of the garage with one of these doors up and kind of ripped the door off, and then it went into the shop for about, oh god, 5, almost 6 months, just because anything getting repaired on a Tesla just takes forever. But take a look at that video if you want. I'll put a link down below for you guys to be able to watch that. Anyways, they did a great job on the repair, and the car's been doing good. Today though, we've got a number of key items kind of up here. I got my extra charge cables. Always bring a medical kit on any road trip I go on. Then we got an extra extension cord here and a few other items we're just kind of throwing here in the frunk. In the main cockpit here, we have a couple items. I got my backpack. My wife's got a few items. I got some video equipment up there that we're going to be utilizing for the trip. And I am going to do one of those time-lapse videos again. So I have an older one of my iPhones set up there to do the time-lapse. We will be tracking our full destination on this trip, and I'll let you know how the supercharging does. One of the amazing things about this car is this has lifetime free supercharging, so I won't have to pay for any of the trip to go up and down. So I'll certainly highlight that for you guys as we are at the superchargers. Again, this is the older model though, so we're only going to get about 240 miles on this battery as compared to my my Model S long range. You know, I'm in the neighborhood of 370 miles with that car. So probably going to have to stop at 1 or 2 extra chargers. We're going to be going all the way up to Portland, Oregon from actually Vancouver, because we're going to be staying near my sister who lives right across the bridge. If you're familiar with Portland, you drive about 30 miles north and you go right over the Columbia River to Vancouver, where there's a number of items that are a little bit cheaper than living in downtown Portland. So, and you get a lot more for your money. So you get nicer housing and all kinds of great things. So we'll do a couple video shots of that on this road trip so you guys can see how that looks. But overall, excited about taking the Model X. Again, never done a road trip on this. Recently, we did get new tires on the Model X. So the only thing we've really had to replace on this has been tires, as I mentioned, and the little accident that my wife got in with the door, which was fully covered under insurance, thank God, because I think the door in total was like $14,000, and pretty crazy there. In the rear, we have a lot of different items, bags. We have the dog's crate kind of folded up there that we'll be utilizing for our overnight stay. As part of the road trip all the way up to Vancouver, we're going to stop tonight in Ashland, Oregon. So that's about a 6.5 hour drive from Pleasanton, and with charging it may add another hour or so. Down below here, we also have some items stored in there as well, so some additional bags. So quite a few items for this family of 4, and items for the dog as far as his food is concerned. And then the crate there that's also taking up some space. So overall, we should make it just fine in here. I don't see any challenges at all of getting us everything we need here. We'll be staying up there for a couple days, and then on Monday morning I actually have a work meeting in downtown Portland, and so we tried to combine a family trip out of this work meeting. So I'll be doing that work meeting, and then we'll be getting back on the road, I would say probably around 1 p.m. on Monday, and then heading back down to Pleasanton. And we're going to be doing a straight drive all the way back, as I have to be back at work on Tuesday morning. So it should be a fun road trip for any of you with the older Model X or thinking about buying a good used Model X. I definitely would recommend it. We'll certainly shoot all the highlights here so you guys can see how well the car does. I'll also have that time lapse running for you guys as well. But I think you're gonna get a lot out of this one. A little different than my other videos. So come along and join us for the ride. Let's get rolling. Just getting started here. You can see we have 3 total superchargers to stop at. We got one in Pleasanton, Oregon, and then Cottonwood, and then Eureka, and then we get to Ashland. So that's gonna be the trip today. Right now it's saying we're gonna get there around 6:26 p.m. this evening. We will try to grab some food in Dunnigan. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. And around 1 o'clock it looks like, so about an hour and 40 minutes. So we'll go ahead and grab some lunch there. So we'll get started. So to give everyone a download, it's about 88 degrees, supposed to be about 96 degrees, but more inland in California, it'll certainly be warmer than that. It's 11:23 getting out of here. And right now the battery is full at 224 miles. Again, this is a 2016 Model X, so the battery a bit lower than my Model S long range version, where I'll usually get about 370, 380 miles on that with the performance tires and rims. So anyways, let's get rolling on this road trip. All right, we just got to the supercharger. I'm gonna back this guy up and we're gonna plug it in. And then the family and I, we're gonna grab some lunch. Are we thinking Taco Bell, guys?
Yeah, because I don't like Burger King.
Okay, so we have Burger King and Taco Bell.
Because that's what Starbucks down there.
There's also a Starbucks, but I think we want to get a real lunch, so we're gonna hit the Taco Bell. All right, so on this car, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in park now. Just so everyone knows, we are at about 49 miles right now left on the battery here. You can see right there about 49 miles. And we are at 94 degrees. We got here at 1:17, so slightly above schedule. We're gonna be charging here and then next setting off to Cottonwood here. So let's go ahead and get this going. I'm gonna I also have you guys can see there, I also have a tire pressure notice. So we're gonna check all the tires as well. And there's some air over there to make sure our tires are running okay. So we need to take a look at all that. So we'll take a look at that here and see what we can do.
Navigations. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and get the car plugged in. Why don't you poke around there and see if you can see that? Let's go ahead and plug the car in here. Okay, so gotta love the superchargers. And as I mentioned earlier, you guys, this 2016 Model X just been a champ, but this has the unlimited supercharging. So as you guys know, you plug it in and then you wait for it to turn green, and then we'll just double check with the computer. There it is. So it looks like we are getting charging going. All right, let's see here. We are charging down there below the car. It's a little different than the Model S. And usually my wife is the one driving this car around all the time, but you can see we're already getting 132 kilowatts. It's about 40 minutes for a full charge. So we're gonna get this thing going. Okay, have the family all in the car. We're getting ready to take off here. Let's go ahead and unplug the supercharger here. All right, put that back up and let's take a look. We did a full battery charge. I was actually on a business call, so let it get to a full charge, pretty much close to a full charge, 223 miles on the car. And we are gonna be hitting the next supercharge in an hour and 35 minutes, which is gonna be Cottonwood, California. So we're gonna get started now. You guys all ready? Did you see the Burger King hats I got, you guys?
We put it on Walter.
Oh, good. Yeah, Walter looks really good with the Burger King hat on. You'll probably end up eating it. So let's get this thing going. All right. California at the Supercharger. It's around a nice kind of grocery shopping area. Everyone here was just wonderfully nice. We were able to go in there and get a couple items, got some bottles of water, kids got an ice cream, and I think my wife got some watermelon. So anyways, we're gonna get started back on the road here. So let's go ahead and unplug here. Very hot out today. It's well over 100 degrees right now. So let's see how the charging did. Let's take a look at this. All right, we are now at 196 miles. It's 106 degrees outside, well over 100. It's 502 degrees. So the car says 106 degrees and my Apple Watch says 105 degrees. So just to kind of give you a comparison, it really is 105 degrees. So, now, right now, we have 196 miles. Oh, it does say we're about 1 hour and 45 minutes away, 109 miles, and we have 196. So the car is going to be using a lot of air conditioning to keep it going. Yeah, about 145 miles. No, I'm sorry. 75 miles. Oh, it did move us to Mount Shasta because I don't think we had enough battery. So that's only an hour and 12 minutes. So we'll probably go there and stop. And then wife's eating and snacking. You guys excited about the road trip?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's Walter doing?
He's eating the Burger King hats.
Okay, he's eating the Burger King hats.
You're not a king that's on a budget.
All right. So we're going to get going here, guys. So the next stop is going to be Mount Shasta, where it says about 25 minutes to charge here, and then we will have about an hour and 15 minutes or so, and then we'll get to Ashland. So not too much further on the trip. You can see the map down here as well. So we're the red arrow down below, and then Mount Shasta is the next supercharger. It can be kind of busy right now. There's only 3 open stalls there. I've been to that supercharger a number of times. But anyways, that's going to be the next stop here. And then only about another hour and 15 minutes after that, we'll be in Ashland for the evening. Just got here to Mount Shasta, so we're going to charge for about 25 to 30 minutes, and then that'll be more than enough to get us all the way to Ashland. You can kind of see here, car's saying we need about 25 minutes, and we're down here right now. We're going to drive from here all the way up to here, and then that's going to be our destination in Ashland. So right now we have about 57 miles, so let's go ahead and get this plugged in and get started here on the charging. Sun's starting to go down now. It's about 88 degrees outside and about 6:10 p.m. So let's go ahead and get this charged here. And then again, we're gonna wait for it to turn green.
Yes, got the yearboard.
It's negotiating. Let's get some green action going. There we go. And let's take a look. The car, start its charging. Okay, jumping up there in kilowatts. Let's see. There we go. 78, 80, 90. Keep going. Yeah, these are only 150 kilowatt chargers, so it's saying about 25 minutes, Charity, 25-30 minutes. So kids are gonna get out, stretch the legs, give the dog capability of going to the bathroom, maybe walk him around a little bit. You want to walk around a little, Walter? Walter?
Walty?
Yeah.
Daddy.
All right. All right, so we're just charging away here about in the middle of the charge. My wife and my son went over to the grocery store way over there. We're at the Mount Shasta Supercharger here. It's a little confusing, but to kind of give you guys an idea, there's a grocery store, auto parts, a few other places up here. There's actually a movie theater, and then a string of different superchargers, of course. Not too busy, which is nice. And then down below, just over this road right here, there's another supercharger. The one over there was actually there first, and then they added this one I think about 2 years ago. So that's kind of the situation. But overall, just to comment on this 2016 Model X, this was one of the first Model X's that was out. We were able to get one about midway through the year. Really, really nice. I haven't driven this car in a while. My wife uses this as a daily now. But given this road trip up to Portland area, and we're going to be up here for a couple days. We're bringing the dog. We have a bunch of stuff. We are staying in hotels and everything, but to make this road trip, we wanted to really have a little bit of an extra space involved with the road trip, and this car definitely met our needs a little bit more. But driving it through the mountains and on the long roads, dealing with this crazy heat, overall we have about 72,000 miles on this car since 2016. All we've had to do is really replace the tires, and of course I commented on the fact that we had to replace one of the doors up above. When my wife was backing out, it actually cracked, and she had to replace the door. So overall, not too big of a deal at all, but that's all we've had to do with the car. It's been driving like a champ, and unbelievably, given when we bought this car, we had free unlimited supercharging, which was amazing. So been loving the car, been enjoying it quite a bit. Just dynamite to see how well this car has done. It really shows you I know there's lots of highs and lows about Tesla. A lot of people that own Teslas really like them. Some people talk smack about them, especially with all the new EVs coming out. And they like, the new EVs. You really can't beat the kilowatt per hour in a Tesla, though. By far, they're the best in the market. But even having one this old and driving it as long as I have, I can't say one bad thing about it. It's been going really, really well. And I really enjoy driving it, and it's held up really nicely, and we haven't had put much maintenance in it at all. So can't recommend it enough. Anyways, we're here for another, I think, 20 minutes or so, and then we're gonna get back on the road and drive another hour and 15 minutes, and we'll be in Ashland. Okay, just got done charging here. I'm gonna put the dog in the car, get on the road. Let's go ahead and unplug here and see how well we did. There. Okay, looks like we have about 192 miles on the battery now. We're ready to get started on the trip. Here's the next destination, all the way into Ashland, about an hour and 15 minutes, 74 miles. It's really cooled down quite a bit. Now it's only 92 degrees outside. It's almost 7 p.m. So it looks like we're not going to get to Ashland now until about 8:09. So
What's that,
a
Louis?
little bit more than we scheduled for the trip. I thought we were going to get in around, 6:40, 6:30 this morning. It's just taking a little more time. We stayed at one of the superchargers a little too long, but we're going to go ahead and get rolling now. just arrived at our hotel. It's about, let's see here, 8:06, 84 degrees. Car did amazing, just amazing. So this is the first part of our road trip, and just checking into the hotel. This particular hotel is supposed to have a charger that we can charge the car on. So we're gonna try to take advantage of that. This is in Ashland, Oregon. So pretty excited about being here. Weather here is just amazing. It's about 84 degrees outside, and just love the smell of Oregon in the summer. It's something about the trees and the temperature when it's just perfect here. Overall, a lot of people end up wanting to move to Oregon over the summer months, and then of course it rains the other 8 to 9 months out of the year. But overall, just very exciting to be here. So thanks again for joining us for this first leg of our road trip here in my 2016 Model X. Overall, the car just did fabulous. You can see it's looking really sharp. It's kind of crazy to think that this car is a 2016. It just looks amazing. Overall, loved it. Had a great road trip. Did really good at the supercharging. And this is the model that when Tesla used to offer free supercharging, they don't do that anymore, really. But overall, just did amazing. So thanks for joining us. We are going to be driving tomorrow from Ashland, Oregon, all the way up through Portland and all the way up to Vancouver, and staying at a hotel up there. And then we'll be heading back home in a couple days from Vancouver all the way back down in one straight shot, all the way back down to our home down in Pleasanton, California. So come join us for those rides, and I'll highlight a couple other key items and take you guys along for the ride.